What's up YouTube, it's your boy Stance here, and welcome back to another Pokemon Tech Profile here on the YouTube channel, guys. And today we are going to be taking a look at Raichu GX. Now, Raichu GX was released in the Shining Legends mini expansion pack, and people have been trying to, put it with other things to try to see if it runs. They tried it with Magnezone from Breakthrough. They tried it with Electrode from Evolutions. I've even seen some people try it with Zoroark. But I believe with the release of Ultra Prism and Pachirisu, we have the perfect partner to make sure that we have Raichu as a viable option in the formats. So without further ado, we're going to start by taking a look at Raichu GX. 210 HP, powerful Spark, 20 plus. This attack does 20 more damage times the amount of energy attached to your Pokemon, and that's for a double colorless. Thunder for 2 lightning, 1 colorless. It does 160. This Pokemon does 30 damage to itself. Voltail GX 120. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed, the same cost as Thunder, 2 lightning, 1 colorless. It is weak to fighting type, and it resists steel type, 1 retreat cost. Now, of course, before I get to the, how to get to Raichu, we're gonna take a look at Pachirisu just real quick. Pachirisu for 70 HP. The attack that we're gonna be paying attention to is the first attack, Snugly Generator. For each of your benched Pokemon that has the Nuzzle attack, you search your deck for a lightning energy and attach it to that Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. Now, this Pokemon also has the Nuzzle attack, so let's take a look at Nuzzle. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. The Snugly Generator is pretty much what makes this deck so quick and so hard hitting. And the reason for this being, there's a Pikachu with the attack Nuzzle. So imagine having a Pachirisu in your active with 4 Pikachus. That's an energy to each one of them. That's just going to boost up your Raichu's powerful Spark to make sure that the damage is done to knock out anything on the board. Now, this deck is extremely fun, extremely fast. So I enjoy using this deck. Now, to pretty much round off the Pokemon that we also play 1 copy of Oranguru. We want to make sure we have some form of kind of draw power just in case if we get slowed down or we have no cards in our hand. Oranguru's Instructability may draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. Pretty much helps us continually have some form of hand available. Then we play 2 copies of Tapu Lele GX for the Wonder Tag ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to the bench, you search your deck for a supporter, and you shuffle your deck afterwards. Of course, it has Energy Drive as an attack as well, 20 times the amount of energy attached to both Pokemon, and this attack being a double colorless pretty much attack. Now, this deck, I love this deck because it's pretty straightforward. So with the supporter lineup, let's get straight into it. 4 copies of Cynthia. You shuffle your hand into your deck, you draw 6 cards. 3 copies of N. Each player shuffles his or her hand into the deck. Then each player draws a card for each of the remaining prize cards left. Then we play 2 copies of Sycamore. You discard your hand and draw 7 cards. This is pretty much consistency to make sure that we have some form of hand available to us. And then 3 copies of Guzma. You switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. If you do, switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched. And then, I love this. I don't know if you guys have caught it. I don't know if you guys have heard it. In almost all my videos, if not every single one so far for Pokemon, Bridget, first turn. This is what you're going to go for. You search your deck for 1 basic EX or 3 basic Pokemon except Pokemon EX and put them onto your bench. So, you have a Pachirisu as your active. You bridge it, and you get yourself 3 Pikachus with Nuzzle. That's perfect, right? That's my go-to, but that's our supporter lineup there. No need for anything else pretty much, just because the deck goes through everything pretty quickly. So you kind of have all the resources that you need. 4 copies of Ultra Ball. You discard 2 cards from your hand. You search your deck for Pokemon, add it to your hand. 4 copies of Max Elixir. You look at the top 6 cards of your deck and attach a basic energy card you find there to a basic Pokemon on your bench. So this is perfect to beef up our Raichus and our, well, it'll beef up our Pikachus first. Of course, because you can't attach to Raichu GX since it is a stage 1, but it beefs up our Rangaroos, Pikachus, Tapu Lele if it needs to happen as well. Then we play 3 copies of Choice Band. The attack of this Pokemon this card is attached to does 30 more damage to your opponent's active GX or EX Pokemon. Then we play 2 copies of Switchy. Switch your active Pokemon with whenever you're benched. And 2 copies of Floatstone. This Pokemon this card is attached to has no retreat cost. So you're not trying to discard any energy to retreat, because you want to make sure that Raichu has all the available energy on board to deal the most damage to your opponent. So you have ways to switch out Pokemon. Say for example, if you have a Rangaroo, a Pachirisu, Tapu Lele, anything other than a Raichu that's not ready to attack, and it's stuck in the active, we have 4 ways of getting it back, plus the options of the Guzma, which is 3 additional cards. Then we play 2 copies of Super Rod. Sometimes we may actually have to discard some energy, or maybe they might get some early knockouts on our Pokemon since we are weak to fighting type. Super Rod makes sure that we get our energy and our Pokemon back into the deck, especially for the Max Elixir plays. And then 2 copies of Field Blower. Now, the reason for Field Blower is it's just generally a little bit different. I'm a personal fan of 2 copies of Field Blower. I don't think Garbotoxin will do that much damage to us in this particular deck, just because we use Snugly Generator, which is an attack, as opposed to some form of ability in this deck. But I do enjoy using 2 Field Blowers. And then I love this number, 14 Lightning Energies, 14 of them, just because we want to make sure we have enough energy in the deck for Snugly Generator and for our Max Elixirs, so that our Raichu GX can take advantage of the big hits. Now, there's other cards you may be able to run in this deck that include maybe a Jolteon EX, maybe that include a Tapu Koko GX, and then to be honest, those are the 2 big ones that I can think of. Maybe a Raikou from Shining Legends to put energies from the discard back onto the deck or onto the Pokemon. Other than that one's really iffy. But other than that, I'm not entirely too sure. Maybe a 3rd Tapu Lele. Maybe you can squeeze in an Octillery line. There's a bunch of different options that you can put in here. Of course, this deck being a pretty much a skeleton for you guys. You guys can do whatever you'd like with the deck. Let me know what you guys think about it. Thoughts on it? It's extremely fun to play. Extremely fun to play. Now, sadly though, Buzzwole and Lycanroc variants are running around everywhere, and this deck being weak to fighting, I don't know if it merits the spot in the formats. I believe the Nuzzle Pikachu should be sticking around. Actually, it actually might be rotating out because of generations. So Snugly Generator, this is the best time to take advantage of using it, unless we get another reprint of Pikachu. But being it viable because of the Buzzwole and the Lycanroc, I'm not entirely too sure. But it hits the right numbers once you get going, though. That's for sure. That's for sure. But that's going to be it for today's deck profile, guys. Let me know what you guys thought of the deck. Make sure you drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, guys. Let me know what you guys would change in this deck. Of course, just like any other deck profile on the video, or I mean on the channel, not on the video, but on the video. You guys got me stumbling on my words every video, I swear. 3 code cards. Giving away 3 code cards for you guys to use to redeem for whatever you guys would like. Well, for whatever you guys want, stuff like that. You guys do whatever you guys want with the code cards, is what I'm trying to say. So you guys make sure you stick around for that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!